Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today we'll talk with Joni Griffin of Griffin & Associates, who turns perceptions into facts. Then we'll head north to meet the master of the Taos art community, Charles Collins. We'll head over to Gallup for a little history and a lot of great food. But first, let's take a look at an organization that's restoring hope to families and individuals in need, St. Felix Pantry.
Sister Genevieve had the vision, really. She was the visionary for this, and she started going around and collecting food at different stores and was giving it out from the trunk of her car, and that continued to grow. The number of people that she saw had the needs, and so then she started to give the food out of the back door of the pantry in their kitchen area. And again, the numbers continued to grow, and so they knew that they had to do something more to continue to meet the need and expand what they're doing. So they came and found this building and have made necessary changes in it in order to continue to carry on that work of the pantry, and that started in 1992. We couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. We have about 100 volunteers here, and we have them come from all walks of life. And some of them come originally as community service workers and find that they love the work here and they stayed. Actually, our director of operations had to come here to do that very thing.
As director, I oversee pretty much everything here. My drivers, the trucks going out, the drivers, the opening of the doors, all the volunteers. Have about 110 volunteers here. Maintenance, the safety, all the food regulations, whatever needs to be done, pretty much I'm the guy to come to. I just love helping people.
I've met people that are really nice. A lot of them are older people, some are younger people, but they all have one thing in common, is they have a need, they're hungry. And it gives me pleasure to be able to assist and prepare some food so they can take something home. I guess it just fulfills something that I needed to do.
It's kind of infectious in terms of people coming, and as they serve, seeing that people the needs are being met, and what we do to help support them and encourage them, because we don't only give them food, we give them hope, and we give them love and respect for who they are and their dignity. We help to restore their dignity, so there's many more things that they get rather than just food and clothing when they come. This event, our Thanksgiving dinner, has been going on for many years, and we've been graciously allowed to use the McDonald's here in Rio Rancho on Rio Rancho Boulevard in 528 by Julian Garza, who's the owner, and he's been really supportive of us in that endeavor. And last year we served 962 people, and this year we're looking at probably 1,000 or maybe more.
The Felician Convent is really close to my McDonald's business, and I became friends with the Felician sisters. And one day it occurred to me that the best way that I could help them in getting some recognition around the community would be to partner with them and serve the dinners here. I love what they do. I believe in St. Felix Pantry. I believe in what Sister Genevieve started, and I continue to promote that wherever I go.
We invite people to get involved with St. Felix Pantry because I look at it as a double blessing. They are blessed because they are helped others, and they get blessed because they are making a difference in the lives of people within this community and throughout the state of New Mexico.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. Welcome to Taos Pueblo, said to be the oldest continually inhabited community in the USA. Visiting the Taos Pueblo is like taking a step back in time. Archaeologists say that ancestors of the Taos Indians lived in this valley long before Columbus discovered America. The main part of the present buildings were most likely constructed between 1000 and 1450 AD and appeared much as they do today when the first Spanish explorers arrived in northern New Mexico in 1540 and believed that the Pueblo was one of the fabled gold cities of Cibola. There are over 1,900 Taos Indians living on Taos Pueblo lands, and about 150 people live within the Pueblo full-time. One of the Taos Pueblo's biggest annual events is the Taos Pueblo Powwow, which takes place the second weekend in July. This celebration draws dancers, singers, friends, relatives, and visitors from across the North American continent and was established to showcase the natural beauty of the tribal homelands of the Taos Pueblo people. So how'd you enjoy the visit to Taos Pueblo? I hope you'll come up soon. I try to come back here often. The spirituality of the place itself, the Pueblo, the people, the powwows, all of the things that go on here are something that you really deserve to see. So bring your friends, bring your family, create another adventure, and visit Taos Pueblo. Up next, meet one of New Mexico's top spin doctors.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
We'd like to introduce you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives, giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level.
Mark your calendar for the first Tuesday in January and every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar, and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, and it's your opportunity to make new connections, share ideas, and build new relationships with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
We're confident it will lead to bigger and better things for you and our community.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives.
I like
Where
this.
everyone knows your name.
Wonderful.
It's about you, not your title. Be there.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson with American Tire and Service. Did you know any independent, reputable automotive repair center can provide factory scheduled maintenance under your new vehicle warranty? It's true, you don't need to go to the dealer. You know us, you trust us. So check your owner's manual for scheduled maintenance and let your guys at American Tire do the rest. Engine maintenance, transmission, tire rotation, any scheduled maintenance. American Tire and Service, your guys for all your vehicle maintenance and repairs. See us today.
What artists do with a paintbrush, Joni Griffin and her team at Griffin & Associates do with words.
People have a lot of confusion about what public relations is versus advertising, and oftentimes people think they're one and the same, and they're not. Public relations is what we call earned or free media. And so those are the news stories that you read or see or listen to on the radio. Advertising is paid space, and they really work hand in glove. Public relations should be a strategy that every business incorporates in their overall marketing plan. So when you are featured in the news media, whether that's an article or it's a blog or you're on TV in a positive light, that gives your company immediate credibility. So an example is the town of Taos. This is a client I'm particularly proud of. We have been doing the tourism marketing for the town for the past 5.5 years. And one of our strategies is that we send out press releases every single week on Taos, nationally and internationally. And what's happened with that is we're averaging now about 500 news stories a month mentioning Taos, some small publications and some very major ones. So Travel and Leisure in their September issue named Taos one of the best winter getaways. And then we send out a press release announcing that, and then that gets picked up by other publications like AOL just did that one. We sent out a press release about how dog-friendly Taos is. And we did some research, and there are more dog-friendly restaurants and hotels per capita than any other city in the United States. So we named Taos the most dog-friendly city in the United States. That got picked up majorly nationally. And so the PR just keeps repeating itself, and Taos now is at the top of all the really fabulous lists, and those lists just keep generating more media and more media and more media and more tourists.
You have to work at containing Joni, not motivating her. So she's a whirlwind. She's always got a new idea and a new direction to go, no matter what your budget is, no matter what your industry. Certainly tourism was not necessarily, when she began, a specialty of hers, but she made it a specialty, and she did incredible work for us.
So another example of a successful PR campaign is here locally, Mesa del Sol, which is a new housing development on the south end of town. Mesa del Sol had a few problems in the beginning. They kicked off with a bang, and then when the housing bust happened, they stalled for 3 years. And then 2011, we came in to take it over again, and the media was like, yeah, whatever. You know, are you really, is it for real? You started and stopped, now you're starting again. Yeah, sure. But we were successful in convincing the media of how successful the development is by once again sending out regular news releases. We did that locally as well as regionally, as well as nationally, and in industry publications. And in the 1 year time that we've had that contract, we've had over 500 stories placed on Mesa del Sol.
We've had phenomenal success in working with Griffin & Associates. Just the amount of public relations, news clips, and print media that we've received has provided a huge return on the investment.
Griffin & Associates was founded in January of 1990. We have 10 people that work here, and the average tenure of our employees is 14 years. So we've all worked together for so long. There is this synergy that happens amongst us where we can practically think each other's thoughts and usually finish each other's sentences. So when we're working on a client project, that creativity, that energy, that family relationship that we have really spurs us into all levels of new creativity.
You know, these people they're like an extension of my family, essentially, because I'm here with them all the time. And I think us being able to work so closely together, we really are able to give our clients just the best of all of us.
I mean, I think it says something too that we work in an office that is a home that's been converted into an office. So I sometimes joke, or when I bring clients here, you know, I'll say, you know, it's like I leave home and then I come home.
I moved to New Mexico in January of 1983, and at the time I thought I'd be here for 2 years. Well, here I am 30 years later. I love New Mexico. This community is unbelievable. I think it's one of the best places in the world to do business. People are so friendly and welcoming, and it's such a business-friendly environment, and it's a place where you can really make a mark. So it's why I've been here for 30 years, and I will be here as long as I'm here.
Coming up, the Charles Collins Art Gallery.
It's back, the El Ranchito de los Niños Home of Your Own house raffle. It's your chance to win a D.R. Horton home and help provide what every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Not to be hurt.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
Win a beautiful D.R. Horton home at La Quintista in Northwest Albuquerque, or $100,000 cash. It's simple, it's easy, and you're helping kids. Order by phone or online. Call 889-6040 or visit elranchitonm.org today.
You can get your oil changed at one place and your car washed at another. But only at Rain-Tone Car Spa and Quick Lube, you can do both. We're conveniently located on Central, just east of Eubank, close to Sandia Labs in Kirtland. And it's right here at Rain-Tone Car Spa and Quick Lube that you'll find a most amazing team dedicated to the cleanest vehicle ever. Shiny clean cars from the inside out and exceptional Valvoline lube service. You can be assured that your vehicle is in good hands as they take it through a complete 20-point maintenance check. carefully checking everything from your engine and cooling system to your brakes, electrical system, and transmission. And of course, we expertly change your oil, top off your fluids, and if needed, we can rotate and replace air with nitrogen to extend the life of your tires. You can get your oil changed in a lot of places, but there's only one Rain Tunnel Car Spawn Quick Lube on Central east of Eubank. Count on us for a professional lube service and a shiny, clean car.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
He's a sculptor, painter, and some say even a mystic. You be the judge. Meet Charles Collins, a Taos art master. Charles Collins is the most awarded artist in the history of the Taos Fall Arts Festival. His works were selected for a prestigious showing at the New Mexico Governor's Gallery, where former Governor Gary Johnson proclaimed a Charles Collins Day throughout New Mexico in his honor. He has been officially claimed a Taos Master by the Millicent Rogers Museum and was selected as the inaugural artist by Arlo Guthrie for the Guthrie Center in Massachusetts.
I was a little kid and I knew that I was going to be an artist. My mother was an artist and it just seemed to be the right thing to do. My art conveys the interconnectedness of all life on the planet, and I feel as though that's the whole point of my art, is the interconnectedness of all life and all beauty and all the cultures. I moved here in 1976 and was attracted to Taos because it was an art colony and because there was a pottery here for sale. And I was a potter at the time and a painter. Sculpture is a very demanding medium, and so is painting, but physically the sculpture sometimes really is very difficult to work in, but you push through and create something that's never been created before. One of my favorite pieces is this bronze sculpture of Lincoln, the mastermind piece, and it represents, of course, how he united the whole country, and he had this unshakable vision, and it's about how we all fit together as Americans. This is a wax for my newest piece that hasn't even gone into bronze yet, and it's the face of William Shakespeare, and it's about the mastermind of literature. And I've chosen his play Julius Caesar to represent his mastermind. This is Caesar, and he has the traditional sword of Rome, and the helmet is the traditional helmet, and on his back is the coat of arms for William Shakespeare that he designed himself. In the center of the shield diagonally is a jousting lance with a pen quill on the tip, and on the top is an eagle holding the jousting lance with the pen quill. And then this is Mark Antony, who was also Cleopatra's husband. And on his back is the cartouche for Cleopatra and the Egyptian symbols. And then the center figure is Cleopatra herself, with the crown of Isis and the cobras that represent Upper and Lower Egypt. The Christ sculpture is, of course, about the mastermind of Christianity. And it was actually the whole concept for the mastermind collection, the paintings and everything. When he said, "Where two or more are gathered in my name, there am I in their midst also." And that's what that sculpture group is about. There's Simon Peter, who's carrying a basket full of fish, and there's John, who's carrying a basket full of bread, and then of course Mother Mary in prayer for humanity. Well, I think everything comes in layers. It's like the sun rises and the light becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. And through different shadows and filters, you begin to see different images. And the light becomes to a certain place, and it's like, that's it. It is again about the power of love, because art create something different, and if it's done in the right way, the vibration of the art is like having a presence in your house or in your room, and it's such a wonderful thing. It's to bring joy. And that's what my gallery is about too, is to bring joy to people who come in and to share it with them.
Up next, rellenos and crab boils in Gallup.
This is where many songs become one, and life dances in perfect rhythm. This is everyday life when it's embraced by the extraordinary. Like no place you've ever been before. This is Albuquerque.
We'd like to introduce you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives, giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level.
Mark your calendar for the first Tuesday in January and every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar, and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, and it's your opportunity to make new connections, share ideas, and build new relationships with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
We're confident it will lead to bigger and better things for you and our community.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives.
I like
where everyone knows your name.
Wonderful.
It's about you, not your title. Be there.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives the mechanic to do the right thing every time. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Gallup, New Mexico has a rich history of Hispanic and Native American culture, early days of the railroad, the wild, wild west, and today, some great eateries that truly rock New Mexico.
If you're looking for a little adventure or just to get out of town for a day, take the short drive to Gallup, New Mexico, one of the Southwest's best-kept secrets. Located in the heart of Indian country and the Native American jewelry capital of the world, Gallup has gorgeous scenic views, year-round fun events, and some really great places to eat.
We started this business 35 years ago, okay? Our first menu was our homemade chilies, our stuffed sopapillas and tortillas and beans and chili, and that's what started it. Everybody loves our chili rellenos because they're handmade, we're homemade, and we start from scratch. She's filling it now with cheese and the chili and wrapping it with our chili pepper. Now that we have our chilies ready, now she's going to batter them and we're going to put them in our frying pan. It's a beautiful relleno, and we're very proud of this relleno right here.
We've been coming to Gennaro's for over 30 years. You know, what keeps me coming back is just the food, and Gennaro's has the best.
People come here to socialize. We don't have Wi-Fi, we don't have computers, we don't have television screens, because we want the family to sit here and talk to each other and enjoy each other.
So everything is like
in New Mexico, and it's the real thing.
Gennaro's, if you haven't been here, you're missing out because this is one of the best places to eat in town.
Oh, I just love this guacamole. We come here for the salsa, for the guacamole. There's nothing like it here in Gallup.
It's an addiction. You can't stop. It's a good kind of addiction. They're the best salsa in New Mexico.
I love that stuffed sopapilla.
I come here for the stuffed sopapilla, and every time I come, I usually order the same thing.
The most popular menu item we have is our stuffed sopapilla. It weighs typically about 1.5 to 2 pounds. It's stuffed with beans, meat, cheese, chili, guacamole, everything from scratch.
Our goal was to have homemade cooking, and we haven't changed a bit since we opened this business, and that's our goal right now, and it still is.
Well, I've been coming here to Gennaro's for 25 years. I like the food. I like the people who run the place. Waitresses and waiters are always great. Good service. I love the pozole and the menudo.
We're a little off the beaten path on the corner of 6th and Hill, but we're so worth finding.
People come here for the family atmosphere and to feel like they're at home, you know, like one big family. And they really like the way they're treated here, you know, so they feel comfortable. Yes, we're really proud of it. Really, really proud of it.
And in the center of Gallup's Indian Jewelry District, you'll find a little slice of history and a whole lot of fun and some great food at the Cole Street Pub.
Cole Street Pub is your local downtown pub, public house. You just come in here and relax, have a beer, order some wings, maybe dinner, and kind of blow off your day, kind of just enjoy your night off.
The atmosphere is absolutely wonderful. The food is awesome. Kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows everybody, and it's just homey.
When we opened this place, we wanted to pay homage to Gallup. We wanted to feature the working man who would come to a place like this 100 years ago. A lot of our guests, a lot of our visitors, they'll come once, they'll look around, they'll see the pictures, they'll see the decor, and they pop in again. They come back. A lot of people keep coming back because the consistency's there, the food's good, and the quality is always the same. It's good food.
I love Cole Street. It's my #1 spot to come in Gallup. I come here for the atmosphere. It's awesome. Great food, and they always have killer beers on tap.
We do a lot of microbrews. We have stuff from Washington, stuff from California, stuff from Albuquerque, from Marble, from Colorado, Durango. 55 flavors of beer, and that is 24 more than Baskin-Robbins. With the menu, we don't take any shortcuts. Everything's homemade. We make our own chili. We make our own stew. Nothing's made before you order it. It comes out hot, it comes out fresh, and I think that's one of the reasons people come back. Every Saturday night we do have a crab boil. It's something we pour out on the table. As far as I know, we're the only place in Gallup you can get it, where there's butcher paper, no plates. We have a ½ pound of Alaskan king crab, a ½ pound of boiled shrimp, potatoes, corn on the cob, grilled sausage. We dump it right in front of you and you make a mess. Friday and Saturday night we do have live music. And 99% of the time, it's locals. It's not the loud, harsh kind. We do a lot of blues, we do a lot of folk music, a lot of acoustic music. They like the decor, they like the laid-back feel. It's not real loud, it's not real hustle, bustle, busy. We just take care of them. They like the food, they like the atmosphere, and they become regulars.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.